Still very fresh from Formnext 2025, as you can see my badge right there, and we are back ready to give you content as usual. Today we're gonna talk specifically about the Filament PLA Matte, which is one of my favorite filaments, if not my favorite. If you are a maker like me and you have lots of spool, usually, they finish. So what do you do with it? You throw them away, right? And that's where you're wrong, because you can reuse them for a better purpose. And in my case, I decided to make drawers, like tool drawers, or whatever you choose to put inside them. I had this idea when I was just literally throwing one of them away, and this is a standard transparent spool from the Spectrum Filaments line. So I thought, well, we have some holes in here, right? The one that you hook up your filament. And it's such a shame to throw them away, so I kind of came up with an idea that unfortunately it's not my idea. It was already there, because nowadays with the internet and everyone having a hobby, it's really difficult to come up with an actual original idea. But don't worry about it, because I found it online, obviously, after searching a little bit. So these drawers are not new, and I think you can find them online on makerworld.com for another brand. But because we are Spectrum Filaments, we wanted to make them for our spools. So I designed these drawers from scratch. Of course, I took a little bit of inspiration from the existing ones, so it's not all my credits, but I had the idea before even seeing them, kind of an original idea that was already there. It took me a really long time to actually come up with the design, and I did a lot of prototyping and testing. The really cool part about these drawers is they actually snap into place with the hole. There's a little pin right here, and it snaps right there. Also, they are labeled A, B, B and C, C and D. So because there is only one position that you can fit them in the spool. After that, they will just snap in place and they are freely opening. Of course, if you open them too much, they will just come off. But it's meant to be open only this way. So when you open them on your table, they will not fall off. I'm gonna snap B to B right there, and it snaps perfectly and also opens pretty freely. The other thing that I designed, it's a little bit of an angle, so it's not completely flat. It's actually taller here and a little shorter there, so it will literally make a little bit of friction at the top. So it will not come off when you rotate them, just in case if you want to move them around like this big one right here. Then I'm gonna fit the other side right there, and we have B to B and then C to C, of course. Now we need the base. The other cool part about this project that is totally fully modular. You can stack as many as you like on top of each other. So for example, on this one, I'm gonna grab like this black base, still printed with the Filament PLA Matte Black. All the specific color that I used for this project will be in the description down below. So I'm gonna grab the base and snap it right there. It's not gonna snap, it's gonna wobble a little. That's because we have the adapters. This is the big one, and it goes like that. And there you go. And then it's going to fit another spool on top of it. Put it on top, and then we can just close it with a cap. We'll call it a cap or top, and you can choose all the colors you want, of course. I decided to go with this slick transition from white, light gray, and then dark gray, and then black, because I think it looks pretty cool. And then you put the top lid or the cap, whatever you want to call it, and now it's fully stable, because the base has this one inside, which locks in perfectly. But then, let's say I want to make it taller. So let's go for this one. I'm gonna remove all the pieces, because I know that this one, for me, I don't need the base, because for this instance particularly, I just want to use it for putting my tools like this. The one that I use the most, my deburring tool, my magnifying glass, and my pen, my pencils, and my little cutter. So, and it will be just like that. Also, I have some tools inside, for example, the closing bags right here, a little tweezer right here, and then you can put whatever you want. I'm gonna show you this one right here in a second. So we have the adapter. Some of them are really a snug fit, but it's pretty easy to remove them. So actually this was a previous design with a thread, but I realized after many prototypes that this design is not great because it can break. Also, it's not very practical. So for the actual design, I'm gonna go with the normal base right here. Actually, I'm gonna go with the black one, of course, the one with all the black drawers inside, with the base right there. And then I'm gonna put the adapter, the first adapter, snap perfectly in place, and then grab the second spool, which is a middle gray, I think. Yeah. And then we can put another adapter right there. And then we're gonna grab the light gray ones, put her like that. And if we want, we can call it a day and just put the top on it, and it will just snap in place. And then you have a 4 stories drawers that you can enjoy. Like I have some nozzles, spare nozzles for my printers, really small things, but even screws or nuts or washers, you know, the sky is the limit. And the last one, of course, is the white one, but again, this is pretty tall already and you don't want like too much. But just for the sake of the video, we're gonna build it. So another adapter, obviously, complete the loop, and we can put the black top or black lid and snap it in place. And you have a pretty big tower of drawers. They can rotate and they can open freely. It's pretty cool. And again, like I mentioned before, I'm in love with this filament. The finish is amazing. Also, the strength of this filament is absolutely insane. If you want to see how strong this filament is, please make sure to check this video right here, where I tested the strength of PC-CF compared to the Filament PLA Matte and also PET-G and PLA CF. Is absolutely crazy. So it's not just a normal PLA. The slick matte finish is enough for me to fall in love with it. And adding a really high strength to this filament, well, it's just top notch. If you're not using our filaments yet, you should probably consider starting using them now, especially if you want to 3D print these really useful drawers for your empty spools. Like I mentioned, these drawers go perfectly with the transparent ones, but also with the filament spools as well. The links to the STL project files is in the description down below if you want to download them and try them out for yourself, along with the link of the Filament Matte PLA. Before I leave you, I just want to say that I had a blast at Formnext 2025 with Spectrum Filaments team. It was just amazing. And talking about Formnext 2025, you can find some shorts on our channel just for you guys, so you can watch what we were up to and the fun we actually had at Formnext 2025. So make sure you check the shorts. A massive, huge thanks to Michael, Rafael, Monica, Anya, Carl. Well, thank you so much for watching. My name is Alessio, this is Spectrum Filaments, and probably my friends at Spectrum Filaments will say, this is Spectrum Filaments because I'm Italian, but yeah. And I'll see you very soon in the next video.